making dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala while listening to Quran or while watching a football game or something of that nature. The dhikr of Allah should involve our hearts and our speech, and we should focus, of course, and that's the highest level to observe the dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if a person doesn't find the focus in his heart, he can still make dhikr of Allah with his tongue. It's better than nothing, and it's a rewardable act by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But at the same time, we should be watchful what we're doing. If a person is watching something, whether it's something, if it's something forbidden, this is something that a person should stay away from watching what's forbidden. And watching, football games and things like this involve things that might make the person fall into the sinful acts, and that's why a person should stay away from it. And part of that is to make dhikr of Allah, and then it gives all kinds of enmity towards teams and people vain talk and watching awarat and things that's supposed to be covered and things of that nature. So life is precious, and it's not that the deen of Allah calls us to be busy with only the worship of Allah, even though that's a beautiful thing, and we should seek the best we can to be involved, always indulged, as we heard in the hadith of the dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And those who would relax and take time out to refresh themselves are those who work hard in the matters of dunya, matters of the hereafter, and fulfilling the purpose of the life. When they take the time out in what's permissible, then that's a beautiful thing. But especially with the dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it should be avoided in vain talk or watching something that is not appropriate. But if it's while listening to the Quran, in principle it's okay, but it's better to do one or the other than to have both, especially if the Quran is being recited on the background. Other people can benefit and you're making dhikr, sure, but it's better definitely to do one or the other.